I wonder what your thoughts are on, if a female athlete, a female commentator. I remember, I think it was on the same interview, he talks about one woman's mistake is all there was a rugby commentator who got quite a hard time on Twitter, and I think she put that afterwards that the criticism she had after an interview, made her get quite emotional. And if women or females show emotion, it's sometimes seen as a weakness. Whereas if in a male sport, if you start, we think of Gascoigne or Gazza, and you think about Gazza's tears, and I still cry when I think about those tears. But that's celebrated. So is that still a challenge, or do you think that's been overcome?
I think it will probably always be a slight challenge. I think there's always a small minority out there, aren't there? But yeah. I think we are treated really quite equally now, and I think it's brilliant. We've got so many more women in the media, so many more women talking about the sport, because I actually think they could bring a different perspective. Just working with some of the male players down here, you do see things differently. You do treat people differently because we're a woman. We're more emotionally attached, or have more probably emotional intelligence, so you can understand situations potentially. And I think I've really learned a lot from working with the male coaches down here, but equally I think they've learned from me as well. So I think the integration now in our sport is incredible, and that makes me really happy, because that wasn't the case back in the day. You see the men now watching the women's cricket and going, wow, look at this, how good is this game? And that goes a really long way. And it also, when the male commentators talk about the game, there's a lot of credibility there, but there's equally a lot of credibility now when the female's going into the male commentary box. So I think we're really lucky, certainly in our sport.